Okay, well, says I'm live. We'll see how it goes. It's way behind on here. Not good. Hope that doesn't mean anything bad. Let me go and check. Make sure I even got sound. Live. We'll see how it goes. Okay, well, it looks good over there. It's just delayed even on my dashboard, so that's interesting. Sorry, my voice is a little messed up, but I wasn't going to come live, but I was up late getting ready to do a last round of breathing treatments for the night, relax a little, maybe watch a gaming stream while I was doing so, and then my phone starts blowing up with notifications. Well, Israel did a, admittedly by their own admission, preemptive strike on Iran. And with the help of America, and oh boy, you talk about the kerfuffles going on. There are people screaming for Trump's impeachment. There are people supporting it ad nauseum, sometimes too much. You got idiots even in our own government. I'm sorry, I'm going to throw Thomas Massey back into the bus. Sorry, Jay Watterson. But Thomas Massey, his post tonight, if he's such a great congressman, makes no sense. He's going off about Trump and saying, we didn't get notified and Congress wasn't asked and we didn't authorize. Thomas Massey knows better. Sorry, not to be a Thomas Massey whipping boy, but him and others I saw posting from Congress, F them, they know better. They know 100% they don't have to be notified. They don't get to be notified. There's nothing about that. Trump has 48 hours after doing a military action to notify Congress. Not that they can do anything. He has 48 hours to notify Congress. And then he has, I believe it is, under the War Powers Act, 60 days until he either has to pull out, no pun intended, or get authorization from Congress at that time. So Massey and the others, he joined mostly the Democrats in this, and some rights in Congress posting, oh my God, we didn't authorize this. He doesn't have to. And I was arguing on X when Jay Watterson and a couple other people were messaging me, hey, did you see? I'm like, yep. I was arguing with a couple people on X about that. I was getting a little saucy posting back, calling a couple of them a bunch of idiots. I'm a dum-dum. And I know about the 1973 War Powers Act. I also know that Donald Trump does not need... I mean, what would be the point of the commander-in-chief having to go to our dysfunctional idiot Congress? Our forefathers realized the commander-in-chief must move fast. Look at the powers they gave him even before the 1973 War Powers Act. They also realized Congress, and it was set up this way, was slow-moving. There is no way Donald Trump could sit there and go to our dysfunctional Congress. And why do I call him dysfunctional? Once again, I love to hammer this home. 80+% of all Americans across the board, even by CNN and MSNBC polls, between 80 and 85% want voter ID passed. Yet it takes a year and a quarter or more for the House to pass it. And then it's going to go to the Senate. Why haven't they already put it up in the Senate? Why haven't they put it up in the Senate? 80+%. You can't even get lefties. 70+% of all lefties are, yeah, I think it's over 67 of all Democrats. Sorry, 76% of all black people. 67% of Democrats want this. You can't get lefties to go out to agree that the sky is blue. They'll go, well, you're assuming it's blue. It might identify as green. That sky might, that they, them sky might identify as aquamarine. Yet 80+% of all citizens want voter ID. Our dysfunctional frig Congress hasn't done it. And I'm betting it's not going to pass the Senate. Rhinos, watch it. But Donald Trump is supposed to go to Congress and go, Father, may I please? Mother, may I? Can I please go to war? Can I please take a military action? Now, go to war, he has to get that. Military action, he does not. And by the way, how many people in our Congress, and you know there's some, would have leaked it? So now we are at a loggerheads with Iran. Israel admits by its own media and officials, they took this action. It was preemptive, and they admit it. But America did support it in a supporting role. So yeah, I am not just Thomas Massie. There's at least 3 people I saw from Congress posting, Trump didn't get authorization from us. And once again, screw every single person that posted that, including Massie. Massie's supposed to be so brilliant, he knows better. Tell me now how Massie's not playing I hate Trump politics. There are people on X listing all the military actions taken by our presidents. But now Trump. So I'm tired of this. I am butt tired of it. And I know Jay Watterson may come back at me. Sorry, buddy. With some post Thomas Massie didn't say this, but he did. He posted it. So I do not like this BS. Am I supporting this action? Not really. But I also don't like stupid posts like that from a person in our government that knows better. And I know for a fact if Trump did go and beg Congress, somebody would leak it. And that would put everybody at risk. But that's just me. Not picking on Jay Watterson, not picking on Massie. There's multiple ones. Have you read the War Powers Act? Yeah, the War Powers Act says Trump can do this. As the commander-in-chief, he can take military action. Then he goes and talks to Congress within 48 hours. Not that they can still stop him, but he has to talk to them about it. He has 60 days until he either has to get authorization from Congress or pull the flip out. 60 days with our military is a long time. So I'm just saying. 2 forms of ISD for snow scooping. Oh, dude. Dude, that was one we didn't talk about the other night about Trump's State of the Union. Yes. I love lefties. God, ID is racist. Well, you got to have 2 forms even to shovel snow in New York. Yeah, that was great. How you doing, Rad? How you doing, Jay Watterson? Can't believe it in the Red Dwarf stream. Dude, I wasn't even going to go live, but I was tick on my phone when all this started lighting up. Then Jay Watterson messaged, a couple other people messaged, and a 5th person messaged. Did you see? Yes. I'm like, okay. I'm going to sit down and try to go live for once, how long my voice will hold out. So, yeah. To me, the War Powers Act is very straightforward. Trump is within his powers. And like I said, I know there's more than the 5 people, I believe it is, I saw total from Congress. Posting, oh, Trump didn't get authorization from us. Every one of them should be removed from Congress. Sorry. I don't want anybody in there who's playing that deep of politics. I don't give a shit who you are, or just that ignorant about our government. Well, I don't know. This this may be a red something stream with everything going on. But yeah, this is this is a thing. I guess we're doing it. We're going in. Let me get back to me here. Let's pull this. Okay. Actually, I'll go here first. And I got to pull this up. Sorry. Shrink me down. Let's start with me over here. And we will boom. And boom. Okay. I don't care if you guys see that. It doesn't matter. I don't know why Facebook clicked off anyway, but it doesn't matter to me. Now, this is live update from Fox News. Department of War dubs attack in Iran Operation Epic Fury. Sorry, there's another one of my accounts. You can look me up as First Amend QC. Me and a friend run this. We don't do a lot with it, but it is a account we have on Facebook where we did do political and some free speech posting. But yeah, they're calling this Operation Epic Fury. I don't know. Meh on the post. On the title. Let's see here. Topic switch. I can't believe, but my favorite sport, NRL, is being played in Vegas tomorrow. 3 games back at Allegiant. My team is there, but check it out. USA-based peeps. Oh, wow. My wife and I are fans of the AFL. We love Australian rules football or Australian rules rugby, whatever that you guys call it over there. We love that. I'll use the VPN and watch that. That's a crazy fun game. I love that one. All right, so, well, yeah, so the Operation Epic Fury, whatever. But yeah, that's the one we like though, Rad. We like the AFL. Round 1 for our season, first games. Rest of the league plays their first games next week in, Well, Needed Infinity posted U.S.-Israeli airstrikes on Tehran this morning are not preventative. To use that terminology is just is to justify these illegal attacks that aim to destabilize the country and entire region further, plunging it irrevocably into the throes of American control. Okay, Nita Infinity needs to stick with her nerdy stuff. Sorry, I like her on her nerd stuff and video games and movie stuff. She needs to stay out of politics. Sorry. Iran is the biggest destabilizer, maybe not just in the Middle East, but maybe almost terroristically wise in the world. They've been FAFOing us ever since 1979. If you really want to be technical about it and cranky, Iran declared war on us in 1979 when they took our people hostage. And Jimmy Carter did jack and squat. This has been a thing. They've FAFO'd for a long time. They've supplied so many terrorists a bunch of money, a bunch of weaponry. I don't really support being, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of being involved for Israel's sake. But I would like to maybe get the Middle East to maybe pull its nuts out of the microwave for a while. And dropping them down a few pegs would be good for the Middle East, and tell the Middle East then to, we're going to pull back, take care of our own shit, call us later. Talk to us another 10 years. We do this, done. Now, I will say this. I would be extremely against this if we start putting boots on the ground. If we are doing some limited airstrikes, stuff like that, fine. I'm not going to be woo-hoo about it, but fine. But boots on the ground, I am not for. I would be very not supporting that. And I think most of America, even if they're like me going, fine. I think boots have touched that damn soil. I bet a lot of Americans can go, F this. And I'm saying even most Trump supporters are going to go, F this. Iran's done enough FA. It's time for the FO. I get that. But, and I don't want to hear it's the Jews crap. F that. Iran has been a thorn in the ass of everybody in the Middle East. And somehow we get drug into shit no matter what. I mean, God, the UN is so useful, right? They put Iran in charge of the Women's Rights League in the United Nations. Yeah, they're useful as crap. So, yeah. Jay Waters, I believe, is a strong argument that the War Powers Act requirement notification within 40 hours means before any action. No, it doesn't, and it doesn't matter. He can still do it. It does not mean before. It is within 48 hours. Within, could be before, or it could be after. Here's when he does it. Within 40 hours could be either way. As I read it, no, it is after. We're going to disagree on that, but we disagree on a lot of that stuff. We actually we agree on a lot of the bigger stuff, but the minutia we don't normally agree on at times. Like I said, my voice is shot. But I actually see it the other way, and so too most people, including a lot of constitutionalists, because I've been really looked into the War Powers Act for a long time. I was interested in it under Obama. and everything else. So I actually started looking a little about it and being educated about it by a couple of people during the Bush Jr. years. So, and I really don't want to hear Congress bitching about Trump. Every president has done this crap. Whether we like it or not, too bad. Then Congress shouldn't have amped up the powers. Congress is lazy. Congress doesn't want to do shit. Congress likes to come in late after a president does something and go, how dare you? Or go for it. Congress doesn't want to do it. When's the last time Congress got off their ass and actually declared war? I mean, in times where we've kind of needed them to. They won't do it. That is how they have shifted the power. They themselves have voted and backed off and been lazy and shifted the power to the president. And then they bitch and whine when the president uses it. You can't have it both ways. Congress wants to be able to go, well, we don't want to do it, but how dare you did it? So you can't do that. So I'm not going to be totally upset on that. And I know most libertarians are clutching their pearls right now. F it. If they're going to be like Massey and say we didn't authorize this, you don't have to. And once again, I'm using Massey just because he's the most outspoken on it right now that I saw online. And man, he is being roasted in his comments for it. Because a lot of people are posting War Powers Act. There are ones that are actually listing it really clear. They're also showing lists of war powers taken or in actions, military actions taken by other presidents. And no, I don't want to hear it. That's just me. All right. No problem, Brad. More focus your own backyard. So you don't disapprove of this? I didn't say that. All I said was, I'm like, okay. I don't really approve of it, but I'm not strongly disapproving. Here's the line in the middle. Here's disapprove. I'm just a little across that approve line. A little. I can see the goal. I understand why they may want to do it. I understand stopping kerfuffles over there. I understand because every other country bitches at us. UN is a joke. I'm sorry. I am one of those people who thinks we should pull out of the UN. America should have nothing to do with the United Nations. We helped found it, but we pay most of the money. We have most of the equipment. We do most of the action, including the charitable action. Yet then if we want to do something, any other little country can just say no, and then nothing gets done. The UN's a joke. Once again, they put Iran in charge of of women's rights. So I'm one of those that don't even like the UN. But like I said, I'm just barely across that line into okay about it. If boots touch the ground, though, American soldiers go in, feet in the ground, I'm going to be totally F this. But I do agree, Rad, we need to concentrate more on our own hemisphere, which is why I don't mind the Venezuela thing that much. They ripped us off for trillions. So when every lefty goes, you're just stealing oil. No. There were contracts. American oil companies built the whole infrastructure, set up all the factories, everything for them. And then when they went socialist, they stole it. Screw that. I also am a little more into what Trump was talking about earlier today. Maybe a slightly friendly takeover of Cuba. It's been used against us before. Just saying. I am more into that stuff, Rad. I'd support more of being very, very rough on Mexico than going into this Iranian stuff. If Trump said, F this, we're done, no more narco-terrorism crap on our borders, there are still some of our people trapped there, essentially being held hostage, that's it. We're going in. Mexico, you had your chance. That I would be for. And I would be clearly past that line for it. This Iranian thing, I'm just limping across that line. Just barely. All right. CA and British Jones didn't orchestrate. I don't give a shit about 1963. I'm sorry, Jay Watterson, that has nothing to do with today's topic. That has nothing to do with it. 1963. Nope. I don't give a crap. I don't care. I know we helped screw up some stuff over there, but I'm not going to hold people in 2026 to 1963 crap. I'm not going to do it. You might as well say that every white person today is still responsible for slavery. Stop holding people today up to some microscope because of something somebody did a while back. If we don't like it when they say, oh, white people owe reparations, then don't do that now. 1963 was a little more than a week ago. While I don't agree with what they did, I understand. But I'm not going to say that, oh, because of that, we just can't do a darn thing. Don't agree. So, yeah. Now, the funny thing is, the Iranian people themselves, and everybody's seen it, were calling for America to come in and help. And Trump said, don't you dare end these people. And they did. Trump, hey, if anything, you got to respect that Trump set a red line. He drew a line in the sand. Let's put it that way. Sorry. He drew a line in the sand. Unlike past presidents who drew a line in the sand and the bad guy leaped over it, or the proposed bad guy, sorry, leaped over that line and then they went, well, at least it looks like Trump is going to back up his line in the sand, whether we like it or not. And that is a good thing in general because it lets every country out there to know whether you're talking about a trade agreement or a major military kerfuffle. If our president puts a line in the sand, he's going to enforce it. A little slower than I would say he probably should have. But the public over there en masse has been calling for Trump to step in. So I would say that is a little more edging us to, yeah, we probably are at least semi-justified to get involved with this. Just saying. When the people, if the people over there were going, we don't want this at all. And I talk about Khomeini. Sorry, it's one more syllable than Khomeini. It's Khomeini. I was like, bleh. The Ayatollah, if he was in lockstep with all of his people, they're going, we don't want America coming over here, then I would be way on the side of no. But what's going on over there in the slaughter of the people, well over 50,000 of their citizens just killed off that we know of pretty much by leaked out numbers. Yeah, no. I'm just saying. They set the F up by the 79. No, because that was a war that was started with us. Fine. Then you shut up about 63. I won't mention 79 again. Fine, deal. We're going with today. That's actually fair. I will shut the F up about 79. But 79, I hate to tell you this, is still a lot closer than 1963. But we'll shut up about both of them. We'll go by today. And by today, today's standards, it is just the citizenry of Iran that's been asking us for help. They've been asking us to step in to help rid them of this regime that's taken over their lives. That's it. That's fair. You don't mention 63, I don't mention 79. Just by today. In fact, by today, that limps it a little more over that line. Just saying. You cherry pick too much. So do you. You cherry pick in the ways you like. I cherry pick in the ways I like. We all do it. Everybody has a thing they do or do not believe, and they will cherry pick. Just saying. We all cherry pick. Everybody on earth does it. We all have our certain things. As I said a little bit ago, you and I agree on a lot of big things. There's a lot of minutia we do not, because we each cherry pick our way. And I just said I agreed with you. I will leave out 79. You leave out 63. We go by just today. And the Iranian people were being slaughtered. They want their freedom. They've been asking for help. Done. That puts me across the line. And I wasn't I was using 79 as a cherry-picked example of what's been going on with us for a while. I wasn't using it as that was what limped me across the line. I was using directly today is what puts me from meh to slightly above meh. And I'm not wholeheartedly supporting this. So I'm just saying. Everybody cherry picks. Anybody that says they don't cherry pick by their own personal thoughts or beliefs is a liar. If anybody ever tells you that, you go, you're a liar. Everybody does. We all have slightly nuanced differences. It says fact. And I'm an honest person. When he said then leave out 79, I said, okay, agreed. He leaves 63, I leave 79. Done. Go by today. That, I think, is very honest. It's not fruit of a poison tree, Rad. That makes 0 sense. Sorry, that's my own personal tired, cranky as hell belief. Go purely by today is not cherry-picked. There is so much video evidence, independently leaked, independent people getting stuff out on Starlink, everything else to show the Iranian people wanted America to step in. There is huge amounts of evidence. And it's not CIA or the Jews. Sorry, I'm just tired of hearing that online. I'm not saying that's what you were saying. If one more effing person says, I swear, we need to reopen asylums just for that. My gods. But there is so much actual, really independent evidence that they want our help. They've been asking. And there's tons of evidence they were slaughtering these people. So I'm just, Went back to Cuba in 2011. Sanctions seem to be stopping the people. They're in deep trouble. Cuba was joined at the hip with Venezuela, so they're in trouble. But I don't know if... I don't know if... I don't know if I even support that. But he does say he wants to kind of peacefully take over Cuba, which I'm not sure that would work. A lot of Cubans might support it. I don't know. If you start crap 20 years ago. No, I'm not going to go with this. We started crap. I am butt tired. Dude, if you're going to go down that road, you and I are going to have a fight because I am tired of this BS that America just starts crap. I am tired of this. In fact, I am an isolationist at this point. I would actually like America to pull out, tell the rest of the world to go F themselves. And the rest of the world would not last more than a year without totally breaking down if we weren't having to get involved everywhere, put all the money in everywhere, and keep everybody else from attacking everybody. If we weren't out there, there'd be wars everywhere. Let alone our Navy is keeping the oceans safe everywhere from piracy. So I am tired of this, America is just the biggest warmonger starting trouble. Yes, we screw the pooch. I'm very honest to admit it openly that we screw the pooch often and that we've got too many asshats in our government that get involved where they shouldn't. But I am effing tired of this. America's just always started trouble. We'd be better off if America backed out. Fine. I'm all for it. I would love to pull every troop, every soldier, every airplane, every ship back to our home and tell the world to get stuffed. Pull out of NATO, pull out of UN, the world will collapse in a year. And I'm not saying that because, I think America's epic. We do enough that keeps everything stable. And do we fuck up? Oh yeah, we screw the pooch. And the very fact that I can't be honest and say, yeah, we screw the pooch, but without us, the world would go to hell. And people get mad either way. Jeez. I can't even take a semi-Tim Pool sit on the fence approach up here getting pissy. You should pull out. You'd be fucked. You would be fucked. Not just you. The world would go to fucking hell. You better learn your Chinese. If you do not think China, I know you're... I'm going to apologize in advance for this total dickheaded statement I'm about to say. Because this is only because of my limited conversations on here with you, which are super tiny. So I am going to make a huge assumption here But you have rosy-colored glasses when it comes to China. That's my opinion. It's not a very educated one either, and I can admit that. If America pulled out and disappeared today, the world would not last. I give it a year. And that's that. There are so many nations where we are stopping conflict just by having a base somewhere, where we are enforcing treaties, telling somebody, no, you're going to stick with this or else shit would hit the fan. Shit would totally hit the fan. And I mean pull all of our tech back. Starlink, all of it. We are not going to even have the look of being involved. I mean, everything. But personally, Jay Watterson, yes, America first, yeah. I do actually agree on that, and I am this close to being 100% isolationist. I am super close. I would almost do it just to watch the world burn. Sounds bad. Watch the world burn and then go, fuck you, you wanted this. You wanted this. Imagine what happens to the UN if the United States pulls out of it. Russia and China running it? Go for it. Without us there, they're not going to abide by crap. You need somebody with a big stick sometimes to tell somebody to sit down and shut up. And ain't nobody else got the stick to tell them to do it. I'm all for it, Rad. Tell your country not to do it. Your people need to tell your country to stop. Go for it. I'm not going to crap on you for that. It's your country, not mine. How am I going to be mad at you for telling your country I don't want to be involved? Go for it. Oh, don't even get me going in the Ukraine, Rad. I don't want to be involved in Ukraine. Most Americans don't want to be involved in Ukraine. Just saying. You're not going to get any argument with me on that one. Ukraine's a cluster F. We shouldn't be involved. You would do a deal with China. Sorry, I'm going to laugh. That's like a fat guy going up to a hungry Charles Manson and going, hey, let's make a deal, buddy. You won't eat me, and you know what? Here, I'll give you this pack of chicken nuggets instead. Hope you can survive on that. These 4 chicken nuggets, but you won't eat me. Let's make a deal. Good luck. Good luck. All right. I didn't. And you think a lot of Americans supported that? No. There are a lot of countries that have gone to war or given people stuff. The funny thing is, once again, you're acting like only America does this. Many, many, many countries sell weapons, get involved. My God, we have countries get involved in our politics here. So just saying, everybody does it. Once again, blaming America for everything. It's part of the problem of being the big guy, because then everything is your fault. So I'm just saying. And like I said, I am about 2 seconds. I just want to be totally isolationist. And I would go through and I would use major force to remove all illegal aliens here. Boot everyone. Pull out of the UN, NATO, all of it. Pull our military out of South Korea. Everywhere. Gone. Today. It'd be like the old Isaac Asimov. If you read the original Foundation books, where the Foundation pulled off and disappeared, I'd like to do that. Let's see. We are not China. That's fine. Enjoy what happens. I'm just saying. I actually agree with you. I would love to see America pull it all back. And once again, when the world burns, I don't want to answer either. I don't want to answer. When North and South Korea go to war, when Russia looks over to the European Union and goes, guess what? We're coming. That's the fear. Remember, they always fearmonger that. Without America's military there, Russia might. So we are in the way in a lot of places, stopping a lot of conflicts. China would go after Taiwan the day after we pulled back. And you think they're going to stop at Taiwan because you're going to make a buddy-buddy deal? Go for it. I'm just saying. But I kind of agree with you. But once again, when the world burns and everybody comes screaming, I would ignore it. I am that person. I would look at it and say, you wanted this, enjoy it for the next 20 years. Sounds cold, but I think that we need a world reset in that way. I'm actually tired of everybody in the world coming and begging to America for something, whether it's military aid, any type of, oh God, we had a disaster, but then they always bitch at America. So I'm tired of both ways. But that's just me. You and I recognize Taiwan as China's, then yeah, you're fucked. It's gone. So Taiwan gets no choice on whether they want to not be China. Got it. So that's fine. That's up to you. Enjoy your conflict. Enjoy your war. That's on you. Once again, you have very rosy colored glasses, are very China-centric. Of course, not like you have a choice over there. You're really close. All right. Now, I actually see this both ways. We're going to go back to Iran. Donald Trump sacrifices one American life fighting a war in Iran for Israel. Oh, it's the Jews. It's the Jews. He should be impeached and removed from office. His blind loyalty to a foreign country has become a threat to our national security. Fuck off about the Jews. If the Jews were as powerful, oh my God. For one, the nation of Israel would have to have the combined citizenry of India and China to be able to have the Jews everywhere that people say the Jews are. My God, there are Jews out in my garage right now letting air out of one of my car tires. There are Jews moving somebody's coffee table 2 inches so they stub their foot. There are Jews putting funny stuff in people's cat food. I mean, come on. It is just getting ignorant. This is stuff that, like I said, I limp across the line of thinking maybe this could be an act for good. But that's it. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can see both sides of this. But, yeah, they are breaking. Israel and the U.S. have just launched attacks. Actually, Israel did it. They've admitted it. U.S. did support it. What happened to the no new wars? When it's an actual war, we'll talk. A war is the bullshit, the total bullshit that George Bush Jr. got us involved in and Biden got us involved in. Biden could have stopped the Ukraine war. A military conflict and an action is not a war. If this goes on past what our War Powers Act calls 60 days, I'm calling it a war. I will call it an out-and-out war. Did we start it? I don't know. Automatically, everybody's going to go, well, if the Jews, yeah, they just told America to do it. Oh, F yourself. Oh, my God. I love how the Jews are so powerful, yet they still let rocket attacks and every other country attack them. I mean, my God. That's such a horrible use of power. And they would just tell America, if we're their puppets, they go, slaughter everybody. End all of our bad guys. America could do it. We could do it. It's amazing how they don't seem to do that, but they rule us. So, yeah. But, yeah, let's look a little more into this. It's a war for the people dying. Okay. There's always going to be something like that. I don't know what you mean, because... So, I mean, like I said, I am at least barely across the line is okay on this if it gets rid of the Ayatollah regime, stops all the funding of Hamas, funding of all the other terrorist groups and terrorist attacks. If it stops that, I am just across that line. We put soldiers on their feet on the ground, I am gone on it. Remember I said that. If there's soldiers on the ground, Nope. Nope.
Equipped with sensitive rooms, communications, technology, and so that has now become something of a familiar step for the president.
Kevin Liptak, thank you. We will go back to you. I'm seeing a post on X from the ambassador of the United States to Israel, Mike Huckabee, saying that he's encouraging all embassy team and families and U.S. citizens in Israel to be prepared for home front command alerts and sirens, stay near shelters, take immediate action at the sound of alerts or sirens. And if you are just joining us, it is after 11 o'clock here on the West Coast. It is after 2 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, but it is after 10 o'clock in the morning in Tehran, where there is an active military campaign underway right now. The United States and Israel working together, both countries now attacking Tehran. These are some of our first images of some of those, the aftermath of those explosions. It is now after 9 o'clock in the morning in Israel, where a state of emergency has been declared. There have been sirens warning people.
Is anybody surprised by this?
As there are fears
I'm not.
of a Iranian retaliation, which so far we do not know of any of that coming. But we are in the early hours of this, and this is all fluid.
It's so far what I've seen is surgical strikes, and most of the weapons coming in are Israeli. There are videos of people had video captures of missiles flying across Iraq from Israel. So far, it's mostly looking like it's Israel doing most of the attacking so far. I'm not saying we're not giving them intelligence and stuff, but a senior Iranian official says Iran is readying a powerful response to recent strikes. Yeah. They might. They have the weaponry to do it. Israel's warning people that may be incoming. Oh, here's one I was looking at. I had 4 or 5 of these. I don't know if I bookmarked them all. But in Iraq, these are missiles coming across Iraq from Israel on their way to Iran. So... That's crazy. Technology is scary and amazing all at once. Tell me you wouldn't just hate to be in Iraq. You're in Iraq, right between Israel and Iran. Dude, that has just got to be like, dude, that's a crap place to be. Right between them. Watching weaponry fly between those two countries over yours. It's like that's great, dude. That is just great. I got spots on my damn screen. Woof! That's just freaky. You're sitting outside and all of a sudden, zing, missiles. And another kerfuffle happens, zing, missiles. And zing, missiles. Great. That's just got to be a horrible place to be. It's got to be a horrible place. But is it put in regime? No. It's the one their citizens want. It's been discussed. It's been openly admitted. Hell, the ex-king may take a position for a little bit. But Trump says he just wants whatever the people want. I don't think Trump is a big nation builder. Trump doesn't like to waste too much time. He likes to go in, get something done, and exert, whatever else, and just walk away. And hope it, sometimes to his own detriment, hope it works out for the best. So I don't think he's going in there to go, that's it, here's my boy. I'm putting in Trump Jr. to take over. I don't think no. I think it's pretty much just to stop the terrorism and let the people get in charge of their own country again. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's got to be a rough place when you're in Iran, right between these two countries. It's almost like you want to go, hey, can we maybe trade positions with one of you? Let's see, Iran, you're about the same size as we are. How about you just take us? and we'll move to your country. Then you guys can be right next to each other, not to have us in the middle. But yeah. I will say this, Jay Watterson, the problem is, I don't want to be neocon in this, because I do think there's a lot we shouldn't be involved in. But the thing is, sometimes for people to work together, especially with all the crap going on right now in the world, and unrest in a lot of Western nations, and some of these struggles going on in China, some of their expansionism in other countries, sometimes you need something to slap a big stick on the table and go, that's it, stop it. But I don't know, personally, like I said, I'm almost at the point where I would just pull back, let the world burn. And then we come out 20 years from now, and there's a lot that we can just say is ours. But just me. Just me. I will say that this is a response to Thomas Massey. Were any of the wars authorized by Congress? I'm just saying. Notify within 40 hours starting military action. Requires troop removal within 60 to 90. I didn't know about the 90. I thought it was 60. I don't think it's 90 days. I think it's actually 60 days. But this was something Massey did a while back. Do you want a U.S.-led war with Iran? This is his own poll. Do I have to agree with it? No, I'm just saying he's even spouting off against his own poll. So, it's just not a good look. I don't believe in this one, though, either, kinda. I don't think it's a rescue operation. I think it's a bail the country out from under BS. This was a while ago, 2 hours.
We join you right now with breaking news from the Middle East. Israel has launched preemptive airstrikes against the Islamic Republic of Iran, going after a variety of positions inside the country. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz declaring a special state of emergency across the country. Just moments ago, air raid sirens were sounding here in Israel's second largest city of Tel Aviv and across major population centers here in the Middle East, warning civilians to stay close to protected areas, to bomb shelters, understanding that in the minutes and hours ahead, Israel may come under direct Iranian attack. We are getting a new statement from Israel's Defense Minister, Israel Katz. He says, in part,
Israel Katz? A guy in the Israel Defense Department called Israel Katz? What? Did I hear that right? I didn't hear that, or I watched this earlier.
Direct Iranian attack. We are getting a new statement from Israel's Defense Minister, Israel Katz.
His name is Israel Katz. You hear that? There's one of your cat people involved in Israel. Yeah, you're in trouble. Israel Katz. So yeah.
Says in part, the state of Israel has launched a preemptive strike against Iran. Defense Minister Israel Katz declares a special and
I'm not letting that name go, Israel Katz. I can't let that go.
Immediate state of emergency across the entire country. The state of Israel has launched a preemptive strike against Iran to remove threats to the state of Israel. As a result, a missile and UAV drone attack is expected against the state of Israel and its civilian population in the immediate time frame.
That's usually how wars work, or battles, or military actions. You launch some of them, usually something's coming back. So watch for another video from those guys in Iraq as missiles end up going the other direction. Just saying. So, I didn't keep this just to keep hammering on Massey. But I did like that, I'm not going to go with ego F yourself to Massey, whatever. I'm done picking on him. But all this was done by presidents using the powers. Once again, these are powers Congress has given to presidents. The Constitution already gave them broad powers. They expanded it because they don't want to do anything. But then they bitch when the president does something. They shift the power to the president because, God forbid, they don't want to do anything. They don't even want to pass a law that 80% of all Americans want. So So, of course, they don't want to do anything about war. They'll just bitch at a president after they do something. My thing is, to all Congress, then why did you shift the power to the president? Shouldn't have done that. Because this is all 93, clear up 2020. Look at all these. Look at all these. That's stupidity. You don't get to bitch about it when you are part of what helped get it there. I'm trying to see. Oh, that's... I got it somewhere. But there's also videos of civilians cheering in Tehran over this. So, I don't know. If they were all death to America, I'd be like, why are we there? This is one of them. I was reading earlier that one of these strikes that was shown by one of these videos looks like some of the military command and the presidential palace. So they think it's cool. But I will agree with this, though. The way things are right now in this country, if Donald Trump did go to Congress 48 hours before doing something, Iran would know about it. I will out and out say, I'm not saying it's one of these 4 dinguses on the screen, but I will say outright, somebody in Congress would leak it. If not the direct Congress people, somebody in their staff would leak it. You can't have that. But I would also say if they did it, we enact old treason policy. Of course, at least one of these people in this picture should not even be in our government. That's my belief. But let me check, see where you guys are at. Gonna be hard to do it from the air only. We may not have to do it. Jay Watterson, you're assuming the people of Iran won't do it. If we can do enough damage to the regime, the people of Iran may be able to do it. I mean, for a long time, the police were backing down and some were joining the protesters at the time. You damage the regime soldiers, their infrastructure enough, the people may be able to take over. But once again, Jay Watterson, I'm not. You can throw them flip-flops at me. I do not want to be involved in regime change, feet on the ground. If we are, I have no problem coming back on here going, I'm against this. I'm saying it clear as a bell right now. This is online. I don't erase crap. Even when I screw the pooch, I don't erase crap. It's a saying. Sorry, 80s stuff. They say I'm going to say gnarly and radical again. You know, I did bring back Snapperhead. It's on here forever. I am saying I do not want boots on the ground. If Israel or some other country was doing it, fine. You knock yourself out. But I don't want to be involved. And bringing up Ukraine earlier, I don't want to be involved in that. And Donald Trump didn't get us involved in that. That was Joe Biden. So saying that Trump is going to go into regime change because Biden let that happen. Clearly did, along with the help of the UK, because they had a chance of stopping that and decided not to even have a talk. Now, this is Trump's statement. I'm sure you guys already saw it. Probably, but we'll watch it real quick here in a second. They won't have to see Iran's hypersonic missiles. Okay, Iran's missiles ain't no more frisky than ours, but if they don't see Iran's missiles, well, then maybe Israel shouldn't pick the fight. Just saying. I'm not saying, hell, I just said a little bit ago when they were warning Israel, they're telling their citizens to hide because there may be missiles coming back. Yep. That's what happens. You launch missiles at somebody, they usually launch them back. And I would say the same thing to Hamas. When they're hiding in the Gaza area, launching rockets into Israel, well, guess what? Don't be surprised when they shit comes back. See, I'm consistent. You launch rockets, they may be coming back at you. Israel launched some, so guess what? They may be coming back at Israel. Just saying. I'm consistent. To me, for every action, equal opposite reaction, I guess. But in case you hadn't seen it, this is Trump's recorded statement. Once again, I'm barely across the line on whether this is a good thing. That's just me. Let's see here. Like Zelensky wants to put a puppet in who's friendly to them. USA wants to... I haven't seen anybody under the Trump administration say that. I could be wrong. I know that could have been stopped, and Zelensky was friendly to the United States. Zelensky got in there because our dumb idiot government did put their foot in it. See, I can admit it when they do it easily. Do I think we should? Nope. That's how Zelensky got in there. He is supposedly the friendly to the United States person. So is his government. But I haven't heard Trump say he wants to get somebody in there that's good for him. He keeps meeting with Zelensky. Let's see. 60 to stop hostilities, 34 more for withdrawal. Okay. I just knew the 60 number that had the... I don't even want to give them the other 30. I would say after 60 days, if Congress doesn't authorize it, I just want you to pull out. You don't need 30 more days. Pull out. Leave. Go home. Pull them out. Just do it Biden style. We need somebody to make a song like that back in the day. Should use Gangnam Style and Biden Style for that pullout. Let's see. Well, everything after 9/11, yeah, but 9/11 was... No, there were parts of 9/11 that were not authorized by Congress. I can't remember which anymore, but I don't think I have it up here, do I? Nope. I had a couple of sheets on that. No, not everything we did in the Middle East was with Iraq and everything else. All that was authorized. No, it really wasn't. Let's see. Let's see here. Trump didn't put him in. I know that. Let's see. Well, I know that, Rad. Like I said our government got involved and messed around in Ukraine back in the day and caused part of this. I know that. I'm more than willing to admit that, but I just don't want us involved. And I'm telling you right now, I just don't want us involved at all. I've been saying for a long time, I don't want us involved in Ukraine. I don't want us involved with Israel. I just want to go home. In fact, I have no problem messing around in Venezuela, Cuba, or Canada. Canada needs help. Hell, Mexico's my big one. We still got American people held kind of hostage down there. Why haven't we gone into Cuba, into Mexico? I'd like to park an aircraft carrier right off Mexico's coast going, you guys got 48 hours to fix this crap or else. Either you start bringing in cartel people or else. I'm all for that. I'm all for taking Mexico as a United States territory. At this moment, we've paid for them. We've paid for Mexico 100 times over. It should be, we've far surpassed the purchase price of Mexico. In fact, now all the money that they're sending home over there is just, it's like we're paying a 500% interest rate on Mexico at the moment. Okay. The thing is, once again, this is where the USA gets beat around. No matter what we do, it's bad. If we don't go in, they'll go, well, you just let people die. Why didn't you go in and do something? There's been many kerfuffles in the world where either America doesn't react fast enough and people bitch and say you're letting people get killed. And then finally we go in and then they bitch about that. The United States is in a Kobayashi Maru situation. We don't do something, we're damned. We do something, we're damned. Which I'm all for doing nothing. I'm all for pulling everything back, surrounding our borders, and say, you frig with us. We're done. We'll nuke your ass. I'm that far along. pull back everything and say, you frig with us, we're nuking you. There's not even going to be a millisecond of warning. That's what I'm up to. But other than that, you guys go bomb yourselves to death. And if you don't think Middle East will go fucking nuts, yeah. Of course, the Middle East already spread to the UK. UK has already been taken over.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States.
I would have been more honest right away. I don't think Americans are stupid enough. Okay, some of them aren't stupid enough where you have to come out and say we're just protecting America. Yes, Iran is still a threat to everything and everybody, but I think just say they are slaughtering their people. The people want freedom of the regime. I would personally have opened with that before anything, but that's just me. But I guess I'm not a cultist because I'm not just automatically kissing his butt and supporting everything he says coming out of his mouth. But whatever.
Our troops are
If you want that, I can recommend a couple channels for you to go watch.
bases overseas and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries.
That part's a fact.
Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding
Don't care about that. I'm sticking with mine, Jay Watterson's agreement. I don't even think he has to go back that far. Hell, a lot of people these days don't even know about that or remember, or the ones that do remember don't care. We know it happened. Deal with now, and I still think the bigger thing to deal with is the people in Iran were being slaughtered by the regime. Like I said, reports say that the leaked out say about 50,000 other citizens. Our government says officially 30,000 were killed, but a lot of people are saying no, it's right around 52,000. And they've been asking openly on, independent media and leaked videos that yes, they want help. That is what I would go with. I don't think we need the standard, we're protecting the people and yada yada. I think just open with that. Stay with that. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a dude sitting in front of my computer. I'm not standing up in front of the whole world. So there's probably shite I don't know. Because I don't get security briefings. How dare I not?
Hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel.
Sounds bad. Not that I don't care. Our people, something happened then. I just don't think it's relevant really to now. I'm more worried about now. Too many people want to live in the past. Or some people, they want to ignore the present and always look to the future. You got to kind of live where you're at.
In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels and international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror.
Which is kind of ballsy if you think about it. I mean, no matter what you think, our Navy is big enough. It's bigger than pretty much all navies put together. And Iran has nothing even close. You got to give them some balls. It's either balls or stupidity. Tiny little boats going up against like a destroyer or an aircraft carrier. It's like, yeah. I mean, Even David would look at that and go, okay, no, no, that's not like throwing a rock at Goliath or something here. No.
And we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal, something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terror...
See, I kind of want to start it there. I kind of want to start it right with that.
Terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons,
I'm not worried about them having a nuclear capability where they could just give it to one of their proxies, to one of their little terrorist groups, and these terrorist groups could suddenly have backpack nukes. Not big enough to take out a whole city, but dirty bomb to really take out a bunch of people. That worries me more than them having some type of ballistic missile or something. Because, honestly, a lot of those can be shot down, taken out, and the chances of it hitting, a lot of places are not really good. But the damn backpack dirty bombs thing, they would give them to their little play pals.
The United States military is under...
And yes, I would mind Trump wearing a hat like that. OG Dem, yeah, because it would kind of show that a lot of people don't realize, you wouldn't believe how many people I tell... Dude, you realize Trump espouses the exact same, pretty much not all, but a lot of the same stuff the Dems did in the mid-90s. That's how far the Democrats have gone. And it's a fact. He is kind of an OG Dem, but right now that just shows how far they've gone. It really does. They've gone knucking futs. I mean, come on. They have a huge wing of their party they're scared of called the Democrat Socialists. Yeek. And they're actually communists. They just don't like to use that word yet. Give them another 5-10 years.
They're taking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain...
Well, yeah, Jay Watterson, I agree. And there were a few of those that were stopped back in the day. There were a few of those that were stopped. But I think Iran does so many terrorist attacks through them, using other people. They give so much money and weaponry. I would not be surprised because they are... Half of it is religious zealotry. Religious zealotry is something you should be scared of. They justify anything. Once again, they think they're going to heaven to get all the virgins, remember? Not realizing that the virgins are going to get are a bunch of computer nerds, sci-fi, Star Trek fans sitting in the computer going, I'm virgin. They're going to go up to Allah going, what the hell is this? I just said you're going to get the virgins. I didn't say what kind. Ugh. Better bring your Clearasil knee pads and your goat wrangling equipment.
A nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon.
And I'll ask you a question. Let's say we just let them do it. They get a backpack bomb and go kill 500,000 people in London, New York, downtown Turkey, whatever. Then what? Then we do something. Got it. I don't trust religious extremists. And I would say the same thing about any religion's extremists. I look at a lot of religions as sometimes they can be good at certain ways, but once they go too far out in the fringe, I don't trust religious extremists because religion can be used to justify anything in the name of a god, gods, getting those virgins in heaven, just saying.
This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces.
Yeah.
I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region.
Well, that's semi-true. A lot of their connections don't want to supply them one because they know if it was ever found out they did supply them, they'd be a kitty litter factory. Because if they supplied one to Iran and it was ever traced back to them, they know they're fudged. That's it. They know 100% they're screwed then. So a lot of them would go, yeah, I'd give it to you, but no. We don't want to piss off the other countries that would Moab us or missile us or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to trust a religion of peace that is at war with almost every country around the world, even with itself, that they wouldn't use something like that. So I'm just saying, every country they go to, all they do is cause issues. I'm not going to trust them with it. And if it was, let's see, the Catholics going along, taking over every country and getting involved in bombing and acid attacks and machetes, cutting people's heads off, going around messing with women and little girls in countries, I'd be the same way. Of course, I am the same way when it comes to the Catholic Church and their indiscretions. Why do Catholics need so much money at the Vatican? Kind of wonder.
Even so,
probably for the lawsuits.
And I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war.
Well, if you want to go into the Crusades happened also because of the Muslims coming over and trying to take over in England and other countries in Europe. Also, that's the reason the United States has the United States Marines, because of the Barbary pirates, where Muslims are going around in the oceans and everywhere else, taking slaves and attacking ships and, once again, going nuts. So, once again, Just history itself says don't trust them with stuff because they do use it. Did Christians go a little overboard sometimes in the Crusades? Yeah, but they were not the original attackers. And I used to believe they were. I used to go off about, well, God, the Christians went after. Then when I actually found out the real history, what happened, looked it up myself, went and learned, didn't get some religious friend telling me, went and looked it up and learned, no, the Muslims are over in Europe attacking and taking over areas and causing problems. Until the church finally stood up and said, screw this, we're done. We're going push back. So I'm not going to go and trust a religion who's been a pill for the last 1,000 years. Once again, the United States only has their Marines because I think it was Thomas Jefferson put them in force to go after the Barbary pirates. So their track record's not the greatest. I'm just saying. It's like, trusting a crackhead.
But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We'll pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death.
I don't know if that immunity, I don't know if Trump can even say that immunity with, seriously, how can he back that? The Iranian people, if some of these guards drop their guns and go, okay, we're going, they may hold a grudge. Just saying, I'm not sure he's writing a check with his mouth there that I don't think he can cash.
So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
For the most part, Jay Watterson, I agree with your comment. If I had to choose between the two, I still have a preference. Do I really say either of them are all that epic? No. But I have a preference. Yeah, Iranian Parliament Speaker vows a harsh response. Oh, what are they going to do with Pam Bondi? They're going to write a stern letter. The left conveniently forget why the Christian Crusades were started. Well, of course they do. Because, we gotta have our DEI, our diversity, card. Gotta play our race card and oh, come on, I'm too tired. The hierarchy of oppression. Yeah, the left does forget a lot of times why the Crusades started. 100%. And like I said, I am not an OG Christian backer in the Crusades. I was the exact opposite. But I sat down and started reading and learned, well, F me, I was wrong. And then, a friend of mine who was an ex-Marine started telling me how the Marines came about. I'm like, well, F me again. And then that led me down some other rabbit holes reading history. I'm sorry, the Muslims have been a problem for a long time. They pretty much want to live like it's $11.99, want to party like it's not $11.99 or something. Sorry, Prince. Thanks, Dog. Well, all 4 people here. Weird thing I've noticed about the algorithm with YouTube. If I go live on this computer, almost nobody gets notifications or comes to the streams. I do it from my cell phone. Some of my videos have had 2,200 views or more. Weird. 35 views? Over 2,000. In fact, even the worst one when I do it from my phone is consistently much more. So the algorithm is only pushing from the phone, or they're not suppressing from my phone. Once again, they already admitted me they're suppressing, so whatever. They use Volt in Huxig. Yeah, I'm not going to do the rest of that. In Huxigno Vinces. Vinces? Party like it's $14.99. Ah, nice one. But they're going back before $14.99. Islamists, not all, but a lot of them want to live like it's even before the Crusades. They want to live like it's, $11.99, $10.99, something like that. Or $8.99. Want to party like it's $8.99. I don't know. They really want, they stopped at that level. I mean, there are some Muslim countries who have gone, it's like the difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament in the Bible. They are still living by their Old Testament. A lot of Christians go by that New Testament because that old one, there's some fire, brimstone, attack, kill, stab, whatever in that thing. And they've dropped that and gone by the more modern New Testament. There are Muslims the same way. And that's where I talk about a lot of these Muslims that want to flee to other countries try to take over and change it to them, like SOG is having over in the UK. It's funny because there are 50 plus Muslim countries in the world they could go to. The good Muslim countries, the ones who, once again, maybe follow their version of the New Testament. I don't think there is one, but whatever. Let's call them Muslim. I'm not about Muslim light. How about modern Muslim? Let's go with that. They don't want to hump goats and little kids. Let's go with that. How's that? They do not, YouTube. I said do not. They don't want these people coming to their country. There's 5 or 6 or up to 8 of those Muslim countries go, we don't want these backwards ass people. These people still wipe their ass with their bare hands. Why they only shake with one hand. That is go look that up. One hand is the butt wiping hand. The other one's the one you shake with. It's like, ew. They still do that in a lot of these places. We don't want that. They don't want these people coming to their countries. They want to, live in the modern era by the New Testament. Let's go that way. Well, no, because I've seen other channels, and I got a couple friends who do their own channels, but it's nothing I would just mention here because they're not political. They actually are the opposite. They're in areas of YouTube, shall we say, that aren't being suppressed if you don't have the right belief. It's more of a general haha fun, whatever. They do worse on their phones. All 4 of those people do worse on their phone if they do it by that. They do better live streaming through the normal computer. But I did a little research when I started noticing that on this, and it seems certain things YouTube doesn't normally like and suppress and shadow ban is the word, doesn't seem to work as well when people do these. Like the algorithm, God, I hope they don't adjust it, isn't adjusted the same for these. So I hope that doesn't happen soon. Because that's another reason I've been doing a little more on my phone, not just because it's easy for me and I can do it anytime I feel like quickly without sitting down and setting everything up. it seems to go out more. I've had messages and emails where people go, I get the notifications when you go on your phone. Do not on the computer. So, all right. Cry of the Christian Crusaders. Oh, okay. Thanks, Hog. I did not know that's what all that meant. Okay. So I thought that too at first, Rad, until I looked it up and started talking, like I said, the 4 people I know that are in other areas of YouTube, and it's the exact opposite for them. But there are little articles, and you can find some people on some forums, yes, on Reddit, and all over the place, talking about political spaces and other things YouTube doesn't like. It seems like their hold you back algorithm doesn't really work on the phone as well. All right. Remember the origins of Friday the 13th? No, I don't. I just know Jason Voorhees. But yeah, here's more of what's going on. We saw that Israel started it. Will you respond? We all saw Israel start. Will you respond? I don't know. Personally, I don't want to be involved. If I had my way, the only way I'd say, once again, to be involved is because the people want help over there. So far, it's very surgical strikes. What crappy cars. Ugh. I don't know if I had anything new. I was just posting some of that. Some of the pray for our troops. Same. Not too much new. I'll have to go see if anything new yet. That jackass caught sleeping. I loved it. Let's see. Let's go see if we can find anything new. See if anything new has popped up. Boom. 1 hour. Well, let's see.
خیلی خوبه.
Well, that's as long as this is exactly an hour ago. But that's the explosion in the background I was showing. Yike. I'll repost that, but I don't know. I'm hoping that's real. Video shows Iran. Whoa! Look at this. Video shows an Iranian missile directly impacting U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet headquarters in Bahrain. Holy shite. This is so... Nick Sorter from 47 minutes ago. Woof.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, okay. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, okay.
Jeez. That's... Oof. Holy crap. I'm going to hope this is real. I mean, God, there's so easy to post something from 5 years ago, and I may not know. I said, this is Nick Sorter. Normally, he's pretty well sourced, but waff. That would be a kerfuffle. And Mick Nasty says this act of war was not authorized by Congress. And it doesn't need to be, so he's wrong. Now, Trump should send word to Congress in 48 hours on what he's doing, and then abide by these 60 days. And if Congress don't want to do anything then fine, leave. Just me. But it was kind of, I know you can disagree with me, I think it's a stupid response. It's just stupid. It was a dumb thing to put out when the actual, he doesn't need to get it approved by you. Could you imagine, and I'm going to say right now, for good or bad, could you imagine if the president, the commander-in-chief, couldn't do a flippin' thing without Congress? Dude, we would never do anything. We could be being attacked or something going on horrendous that we need to act on, and Congress would sit there with a thumb in their asses. They would sit there and not. There's a reason the president was set up as the commander-in-chief and doesn't have to go to Congress for every action. Congress is set up to actually be kind of slow so shit don't get rammed through too fast and stupid crap happen in our laws. But they knew a military action may have to be just done. Even back then, you couldn't sit around with your thumb in your butt. But, once again, I'm not going to trust Congress when they can't even pass a law that 80% of all Americans want. So, I'm just saying. Sheesh. High school students, we saw that. I don't see much else new. Whoa, people celebrating. Wow, that's loud in my ears. Well, there you go. Street dance. Interesting. Never saw that one. Ooh. That's what the ladies are celebrating. Some of them. So I'm guessing that's a presidential palace or a military base. This is the second one, yeah. There's two of them I had. That's the two where the ladies are celebrating. The women are celebrating. Ooh, squeal! I love this. This is funny to me. I don't know why. Just start partying and dancing in the streets. Once again, I'll give that a little more of a leg to stand on than half the other crap we've done in the world. So, oh my God, what the hell? Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know, but that's just me. I'm not going to pee on Massey anymore. He's not the only one saying this. He's not the only one. For some reason, he's the only one popping on my feet, even though I was going off on the others, but whatever. Angry Congress won't even stand up. Ooh, rad. Very nice. Won't even stand up to say that they work for us over illegals. Yes. Or that it's okay to cut body parts off of children. Yeah. Let's see. Let me run back up here. Remember, I don't know the origin of Friday the 13th, Jay Watterson. I really don't. Some cite the arrest of the Knights of Templar on Friday. Oh, October 30th, 13th. Friday, October 13th. 1307 by officers of King Philip, France is the origin of Friday the 13th superstition. Wow. Didn't know that. I really didn't. Sog says, God bless Israel. I maybe not be quite as strong as an Israel supporter as you are, but once again, if I had a choice, if I had to choose between Israel and, well, maybe not every country over there, but a lot of them, I know I'd probably choose them. And I'm not saying they're great. That's a lesser of two evils to me type thing. All right. Very, very interesting history. Yes, they do. Like I said, I was a huge detractor or I was very critical of the Crusades until I sat down and read about it. Then I'm like, well, shit. I was raised in a leftist household. A household that does not like Christianity, shall we say. And it was always saying one thing, then I found out they were telling me the wrong things. It's like, ooh. But I don't know. It seems like the people are kind of for this, so I don't know. Just because the people are for it, or should we be involved? Once again, I'm just over that line. And it's just because the people were asking for help. Outright. Outright asking. And we're going to go by Star Trek rules. If the people help, if they ask directly for our help, you know, I don't know. Or Price is Right rules. That's all I can find that's fresh. Everything else is kind of, ooh, hey, here's one I didn't see. Okay, whatever. Just kind of responding to those whining about not being Congress not telling them to do it. And I want to say honestly, do you really think that nobody in Congress would leak it? Really? I think so. I was trying to see what they're running from. Like, it must have been just the sound. But they're running. Oh, explosions in Abu Dhabi. Ooh. Islamic regime is simultaneously attacking the UAE. See, Qatar, why are you attacking? Okay. See, now there's a problem. If Iran launched missiles and rockets and stuff back at Israel and the United States, who have lobbed stuff at them, hey, it's war. That's what happens. I get it. But why are you going after the UAE, Qatar, and Kuwait? And even Bahrain? What are you doing? Go after, shoot. Hey, if you got a pair of balls, shoot at our ships. Shoot at our ships. Shoot at Israel. They shot at you. Fair is fair. You lob something at me, I'm going to lob it back. But going after the other countries, that's where they lose me. Come on. You're just showing your assholes. You're just showing you're an asshole then. That maybe you're telling the rest of the world, okay, so they'll go attack people not involved. Yeah, that kind of shows you're a dick. That maybe we're doing the right thing. Oh, here's another angle of the military base strike in Bahrain. Of our military base, I guess.
Sergeant shelter immediately. Shelter in place. Missile threat warning. Sergeant shelter immediately.
That's from the opposite side of the last one.
Missile threat warning.
I know, guys, this all happened fast, and I don't have a staff helping me post stuff and edit stuff, so I'm just finding this up bit by bit. See, now the funny thing is, some people will go nuts over this. And honestly, I have a little bit of a different opinion. Yeah, we don't like them, they don't like us. Duh. Iranian parliament MPs burn the American flag while chanting death to America and threaten to use nuclear bomb against the American homeland. Okay. I'm not sure I'd be lighting shit in the building. Even the guys here are like, oh crap, what were you thinking, dummy? 53 minutes, video multiple American Tomahawk missiles heading towards Iran from Iraqi airspace. Those are probably actually, no, those are probably the missiles that the guys in Iraq caught going across their country coming in. So those are the Israeli missiles. Because ours would be coming in off our ships. This is coming in across Iraq. That's the Israeli missiles. So these are probably the same missiles the Iraqis caught going over their goat herds. Not a shot, but I think that's what it was, a goat area. And it looks like about the same number too. I don't know what Fulaka means, but it sure sounded like another F-bomb. So I'm guessing, by the looks of those, and I was counting, that those are the same. Those are not American Tomahawks. Those are the Israeli launched missiles. Maybe the ones they bought from us, but those are the ones that came in from Israel. They came across Iraq. So that's probably them getting farther in. Coming on in. Yeah, launching missiles into other countries. I don't know. That's just stupid. Well, that's a good point. All right, so. Well, okay. Some of these were in response to stuff. So I'm not going to say automatically crap on that. You do something stupid, yeah, we're going to shoot back at you. Just like, whatever. Not playing games on that. It was 6 hours ago, 53 minutes ago. I don't see anything that new right now. Holy crap. Okay.
Oh!
Let's see.
Bro. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Ooh.
Oh! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh my god!
Disclaimer in that language.
Oh. Dude, fuck me. A fucking missile actually got through. Oh, there's more. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Bro.
I'll replay it.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit!
So,
oh!
It sounds like he was watching at the window, and our interceptors were taking out most of the incoming, but some, as he said, a couple got through.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh my god! Oh, dude, fuck me. A fucking missile actually got through. Oh, there's more. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Bro.
Whew, that's harsh. Yike. Yeah, he just got... So he looked like he was looking out the window watching and listening as the interceptors caught the missiles. Well, some made it. Once again, you're going to have that in battles. Fleeing the streets of Bahrain, we saw that. Oh, I saw this earlier, yeah. There are at least a couple of their military people that were killed in the original attacks. Which is what it looks like Israel and if we launched missiles also were aiming for. So far, I haven't seen anything confirmed that America was launching them yet. Were they? Probably, but I haven't seen that. All I've seen is the missiles and the strikes and the people in Israel admitting they did a preemptive strike. So, I don't know what we did yet. I'm sure we'll hear more tomorrow or today. Well, today now about that. So, yeah. We saw that. Okay, that is pretty cool, though. Dude, those are really cool vehicles. AI is getting real scary. AI is getting real scary. Started a war with Iran for no reason. Oh, more from Iran when they're cheering.
شبکه خوب من و تو بوزن آزادی بزن آزادی.
I'll say it. It looks like this military action is more popular in Iran than it's definitely going to be in America. Americans are going to be F this or yeah, or like me going, meh, maybe. But it looks like in Iran, the overwhelming, what we've seen so far is people dancing in the streets and cheering everywhere. So, wow, this may actually be more popular in Iran than here. That's something. I wonder if those people yelling, oh crap, think it's an actual war. Okay. I don't know if you're trying to play gotcha games, but whatever. You can think whatever you want, but it's a battle, it's a war, whatever. Call it whatever you want, but that's not exactly what it is yet. Sorry, everybody's got their own terms. Hell, in Vendicar, they call it a war, even though they just fought it with computers. Amtrak's amphibious assault vehicles, yeah. Yeah, they're really cool, though. And living where I do, boy, it'd be nice to have one of those. You could skip the bridges across the river here and just drive right across in one of those. That'd be cool. But it does seem like this is more popular over there than here. Iran will retaliate. Wait and watch. Well, see, I'd have good luck. That's not how it works, but go for it. I love the floaty planes. I love the size of the missiles coming out of the launch vehicles. Good luck getting those anywhere close. Now, honestly, if they were launching these at our aircraft carriers, it's more respectful to me than launching to other countries not involved. You know, so. Yep. Oh. Now, is this real or not? 4 hours ago, I don't know if this is old or not. I can't tell. Some Chinese post. But, jeez. Holy crap. Poof. Jeez. That is... Oh. That is something. Streets celebrating. We saw that one. We stand with Iran. Okay. Who is Jackson Hinkle? I don't care whether or not you're for this. I don't know a lot of Americans that should be going, yeah, go Iran. Oh, here he is. There's oh, what's his name? I forgot. Oh, yeah, Pahlavi, the Shah, right? Let's see here. It's 2 hours ago. Let's hear what he's got to say.
هم میهنان عزیزم، لحظاتی سرنوشت ساز پیش روی ماست.
Nope.
کمکی که رئیس جمهور ایالات متحده به مردم شجاع ایران وعده داده بود اکنون رسیده است. این یک مداخله بشردوستانه است و هدف آن جمهوری اسلامی دستگاه سرکوب و ماشین کشتار آن است، نه کشور و ملت بزرگ ایران. اما با وجود رسیدن این کمک، پیروزی نهایی همچنان به دست ما رقم خواهد خورد. این ما ملت ایران هستیم که در این آخرین نبرد کار را تمام خواهیم کرد. زمان بازگشت به خیابانها نزدیک است. اکنون که جمهوری اسلامی در حال فروپاشی است، پیام من به نیروهای نظامی، انتظامی و امنیتی کشور روشن است. شما سوگند خورده اید حافظ ایران و ملت ایران باشید، نه حافظ جمهوری اسلامی و سرکردگانش. وظیفه شما دفاع از مردم است، نه دفاع از رژیمی که با سرکوب و جنایت میهن ما را به گروگان گرفته است. به ملت بپیوندید و به یک گذار باثبات و امن کمک کنید. در غیر این صورت با کشتی در هم شکسته خامنه‌ای و رژیمش غرق خواهید شد. و پیام من به رئیس جمهور ایالات متحده پرزیدنت ترامپ این است: ملت شریف ایران با وجود سرکوب و کشتار وحشیانه این رژیم نزدیک به 2 ماه با دلاوری ایستادگی.
Sorry, let me move me. I know. I don't know how many words I was blocking.
اینک از شما میخواهم بیشترین احتیاط ممکن را برای حفظ جان غیر نظامیان و هممیهنانم به کار ببرید. مردم ایران متحدان طبیعی شما و جهان آزادند و یاری شما در سخت‌ترین دوره تاریخ معاصر ایران را فراموش نخواهند کرد. و به شما هممیهنان عزیزم در ایران، در این ساعتها و روزهای حساس بیش از هر زمان دیگر باید بر هدف نهایی خود متمرکز بمانیم: باز پس گرفتن ایران. من از شما میخواهم که در حال حاضر در خانه‌های خود بمانید و آرامش و امنیت خود را حفظ کنید.
Tell you what, if my home was anywhere near what could be a target, military target, I'm not staying in my home. Screw that.
هوشیار و آماده باشید تا در زمان مناسب که به طور دقیق به اطلاع شما خواهم رساند برای اقدام نهایی به خیابانها بازگردید.
What are you guys' opinion of this dude? I know I'm calling the possible ruler of Iran a dude.
پیام‌های من را از طریق شبکه‌های اجتماعی
Oh, hey, no problem, Rad. Have a good one, buddy. Appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up on the way out, just please. But thanks for stopping in, man. Trust me, it is 5 a.m. here. I'm about dead. I'm dead myself. I'm gonna be done here in about 5-10 minutes.
ما به پیروزی نهایی بسیار نزدیکیم.
I'll even stop him just to go and see if anything else new has come in. Home. Iranians are cheering and clapping. We saw that. Let's see if I can go to X that. We'll close this one. And I'll open. We'll go here. Oh, come on. Go here. Go here. Go here. Let's see. Okay. Are they still alive? Looks like it. Pete Hegseth put Boy Scouting on notice. Yeah, I like that. That was a good video. I was going to talk about it, but got a long day. Wait till the ad's done. I want to see if they got anything new, but have a good one, though, Rad. Final reminder, check out Saturday Night Vegas NRL from Australia and UK. I'll have to look, because we do like a little bit of that. I actually like a lot of those games better than I do American football. And if you like American football, don't ask me what I think about American football.
I do not have any live feeds from Iran. I pretty much never have live feeds from Iran. The government there is pretty controlling over the media. I don't expect to get live feeds from Iran. Pretty much the only time I have ever had a live feed from Iran is when it was a government feed. So if I had them, I would give them to you. I don't have them.
I was just looking around, see what was around. I see somebody in his chat say people are repressed in Africa and Mexico. We don't go to war there. And I'm going to say to this person here in this chat guy in his chat, we should go to war in Mexico. I'm done. I am done with having a narco state, a dirty state. And like I said, we've paid for Mexico 100 times over. We have that. Our money has gone into that. Our people are dying because of stuff they bring up here. They traffic kids. I'm done with that. I'm done with Mexico and our borders. I would much rather our Navy right now was surrounding Mexico than being anywhere near this stuff. All right, let me back up, see if anything else is talking. Got anything new? Trying to see who I got here. Agenda free, we already checked. JR, he's not live. They are, but wonder what they're talking about. They're over there. See if they're talking about it over there.
Just yesterday, I talked to a very high-profile Iranian IRGC, ex-IRGC commander, and he told me that Israel would be the first target, and then if the United States bases the region contribute to those strikes, to any strike against Iran, then the U.S. bases in the region would be also a legitimate target. So we have to wait and see how serious these comments are. And now this is a litmus test for an Iranian military capability and defense.
Remember,
defense power.
The Israel defense minister's name is Israel Katz. We live in a simulation.
Israeli strikes on Iran. And the U.S. Embassy in Qatar implemented a shelter-in-place for all personnel, recommending that
I don't know.
I
don't think Fox News has a feed I can pull up real quick. Let's see. Let's just check. I don't think they do. See if they're talking live. Nope, that's old. That's old. Show nothing live from them. Fox Now. Where's Fox Now? I thought I had them marked. No, I don't. May not be live. Maybe they are.
In the coming days, not quite clear if that is going to happen either, as this military campaign, according to Jennifer Griffin over at Fox News, is not expected to really kind of end here in the coming hours, but rather in the coming days. There's a lot of unknowns and a lot that we are still working to figure out. As of right now, we have reached out to the exiled prince, Reza Pahlavi, who we've heard from a lot over the past, I would say, several months here, and really in reality, several years. Now, he says right now he is not doing interviews because it is a critical time. His current schedule is not allowing him to speak with us. However, we are going to continue to reach out and bring you much more. Now, he
looks like everything's kind of slowed down for now.
In these sensitive hours and days, more than ever, we must remain focused on our ultimate goal, reclaiming Iran.
Yeah, okay, we already saw him. So I think we're going to pull out of here. Boom, boom. I'm dead. A lot of people are dead. It's Sunday morning. I think we're just going to hippity hop out of here. But thanks, Jay Waters, for stopping in. Rad, Sog, a couple other lurkers back there. I don't know if I'll be back on during the day today or not. I got a rough day. I got to go out and help my dad. So we'll see how it goes. But thanks for stopping in. Hit thumbs up. If you're watching this later even, let me know what you think. I mean, personally, my personal opinion, I would rather see our military surrounding Mexico at this point. Honestly, I'm done with Mexico. I am so done with them. Yes, but that's just me. Saturday morning. Yes, it is. Saturday morning. Hell, a couple of the cartoon feeds will be on here pretty soon. Stay safe. Yes, and that's to, honestly, to the people of Iran, stay away from anything military, target-wise. Even the people, the citizenry of Israel, Iraq, stuff like that. Be careful. And, yeah, let's hope they don't keep launching rockets into everybody else. Into innocent countries for no reason. Thanks, Sog. Have a good one, buddy. And I will talk to you later. And, yeah, we are going to... I don't know. I'll try to get back on today. I don't know if we'll even talk about this. I mean, honestly, dude, until this really hit the fan, there wasn't a lot of news since the State of the Union. It was kind of slowed a little. I did hear, I don't know, hey, Jay Waters, I'm sure you know this. I think I saw a post about more Epstein files being released. I'll have to look that up, but I don't know if that's true or not, but I thought I saw something come across one of the feeds on my phone. We'll see. All right, but thank you guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you later, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe, I don't know how my internet is out at my dad's. Or if I'm out there long enough, I might try a mobile stream, but I don't know if it'll handle it out there. It's still kind of country. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Be safe. And honestly, let's hope, no matter how you feel about this kerfuffle going on over there, let's hope it's done and over with as rapid as possible, with as few deaths as possible. And let's hope, honestly, that something something good does come of it. Let's hope maybe the people of Iran do get their country back, that we do not put boots on the ground over there, that it does help make things a little more peaceful in the Middle East, a little more freed up. Let's hope we do not get involved in a George Bush-style kerfuffle. I'm going to hope. I don't know. I'll be watchful. But I'm going to hope for the best out of a crap situation. So we'll see. Okay, Jay Waters, you haven't seen it. Maybe it was an older post. But it came across some feed. Actually, here, let me do a quick look. But as I said, I'm going to hope for the best out of this crap. Let's see. Let's ask. Did new Epstein files drop on the 27th? Yes. So there is more, Jay Watterson. Says, yes, significant developments regarding the Jeffrey Epstein files occurred around February 27th, 2026, following a massive release of with more disclosures and testimonies, depositions and testimonies. Supposedly there's some new stuff. Resignation. Yeah, supposedly there's some new stuff. I don't always trust these AIs. It was just a quick question. So I may be wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it's anything just happened. So we'll see. I'll have to find out during the day today. But we'll find out. Hopefully it doesn't escalate. I agree, Jay Watterson. 100%. As I say, you and I may disagree on some stuff and minutia, but sooner or later, somehow we come to mostly the same conclusions. And I'm going to hope for the best out of this, which it looks like which is what you're hoping for, with your much shorter, more simple answer that gets to the same point of my stupid, longer, drawn-out answer. All right, guys. I'm going to take a look when I get up today's, if I got time, see if we did get any Epstein release. That was a quick AI question. And don't always trust those damn things. Trust me. Haha. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Be careful. And yes, let's all hope for the best possible outcome of this crap sandwich. Have a good Saturday, everybody. Or if your Saturday is over like Rad, have a good Sunday. Talk to you guys later.